EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Tonight, hard to believe, our final Thursday night game of the year, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. This one deep into the landing zone, returnable from the 2-yard line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
At the 27-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready. 22 deep, black 40. Cut.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win, because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Set, cut.
Once again, it's Jeanty. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Let's go.
On third down, here's Jeanty. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
19 yards.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Come on, set, ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Brings up
Ready
second
up.
and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Set, ready. Shot. 52 Blues. Set.
Back to throw. Childress. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
10 black. Ready.
This is Lamb on the end around. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Set, hut. Hut, hut.
On 1st down, it's Ginty. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
A give out of the gun to Ginty. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. It's quite a unit. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
This is such a good unit at covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 22 near 45. Wide. Cut.
Throwing to start the drive. Childress. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Down. Set. Cut.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will make it 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Derrick Henry adding to his NFL record in touchdowns. And the Vikings are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Childress. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here we go. Here we go. Drill Greek 45. White. Set.
Looking to throw. Childress trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. And they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's getting...
looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
The Jaguars take over.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
52, ready.
Back to throw. Childress. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Caught on the slant. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
It's a gain of 14.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Henry up the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him again. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adnan Mitchell from 3 yards out. And the Vikings have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
On the set.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 3rd and 19.
Blaster, 6. Here we go. Here we go. 10 black. Cut.
Looking to throw. Childress. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Genty. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Childress. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. This ball down the field for Pitts. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Now here's Mahomes. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Cade York to kick off.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready, ready. Black 40. Hut, hut.
The drive will begin with a run by Genty.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
He's brought down at the
You know that old expression,
line.
it's not my night.
3-yard pickup.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Striker, yellow, 20, ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Hut.
Now a handoff to Genty.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's another Jaguars 1st down.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the
45.
line.
One. Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10.
Set. Red, 38.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Back to throw.
Childress. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yellow. 180.
Running left, it's Henry. And his 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Partner for one once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mahomes to throw once more.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And that'll make this a 7-point game.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Let's go now. Ready?
A run straight ahead with Genty.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
69 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And we take it in by Shaheed.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
On the give, Genty.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work, because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Ready? Cut.
They go play action here on first down.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
It gets this complete to Shaheed.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw. Childress. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Genty is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie things at 20 all. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That's going to be caught up by Pickens.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
And the Vikings first down. A gain of 12. And the Vikings first down.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Mahomes going to throw.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
Touchdown!
Jalen Waddle.
46 yards.
And the Vikings have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
The kick is good.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready? Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
50, green, set.
Now they show jet sweep it instead. They run up the middle here.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
60, ready. 22 needle.
Back to throw. Childress.
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And the Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the give, Genty.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll go again with Genty.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Claws red, black, 95.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Shot, 17.
At the 17-yard line.
On the ground, it's Genty.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Set, Hunt.
They'll run with Genty.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
45, White. Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Set.
They'll go. Here's Genty.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
2nd and 7.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for first.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And a busy night for Henry continues. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. There's a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 20.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Come on, set.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bit of...
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Let's go now. Check Fury. Ken Black. Hut.
Back to throw now on first down. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied fourth quarter as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Completes this one to Pickens. Down the right sideline, George Pickens.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
George Pickens.
78 yards.
And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Ready, ready. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Childress.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So from the 37, here's second down and 3.
A
handoff, running left, Henry. Escapes the defender. Still going. Touchdown, Vikings. Derrick Henry.
His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Jaguars 27. Cade York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready
This
up.
is first and 10.
Here we go. Set. Ready. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Genty.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
That's complete to Lamb.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Boy, so what else could go wrong for him here? It's an illegal touching penalty on the outside.
Yeah, Brandon, that really wasn't a very disciplined play, was it? Because you got to know where you are on the field. You can't get that close to the sideline because if you step out of bounds, you can't be the first to re-enter and touch it. That's an easy call for the officials.
And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go.
Set. Ready. Blue 32. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 40.
Looking to throw. Childress.
They'll get this out to Genty.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Jaguars first down.
On the ball.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
And cycle. Striker. 3-3. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here comes second down.
Blaster, 6, 50, green. Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Now 1st and goal.
Ready, set.
They'll try to punch it in with Genty. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we cut.
Once again, it's Genty. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Ready, ready. 33, yellow. 5, 97. Set, cut.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. A 2-yard gain.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. It's caught at the 1. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.